Excuse me, what are you doing? Millennial 101 is getting ready to start right now.
All right. So, Miss Jenny, please explain to us who was that we was just playing their music, basically.
So that was my friend. His name is Ryan. He's in like a one-person band.
Okay.
So he just plays the guitar and sings himself. But he's very musically inclined. Like, he plays a lot more instruments than just the guitar. So
Nice. So he's multi-talented.
he is very talented.
I like that.
Everybody go check him out. Definitely for this weather.
Yeah.
Right, because that was
Sweater
kind of like,
weather.
that cuddle weather. All right, so you guys, we are back with our 8th show.
Wow.
I had to take a little pause right there because I looked around. We had a little complication earlier today. But we are on our 8th show, and I just want to say how amazing it is to be on our 8th show.
I know.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
We're two
away from
10. Right. So,
2 away from 10.
2 away from 10. Wow.
Amazing.
That is great. So, how was your guys' weekend? Explain to me. Tell me. Give me the tea.
Jen has a
Why
better...
does Lauren look at me there?
Because you went to Mexico.
Right.
Yeah, it was fun. I went to a festival, actually, and I got to see a lot of artists, including my favorite, Paramore.
What?
And that was great.
Yeah, you had really good...
I was really, really close. So
Yeah, I
that was
saw
like
that.
honestly the best part. The rest, I mean,
I saw a concert too.
Oh, you did?
Halsey. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
All
awesome.
right.
The second time seeing her, pretty close again.
I saw.
Really good performer. I would suggest anybody to go see her. I think she's coming here for Jingle Ball, so that's pretty cool.
nice.
Amazing set. I'm gonna post all of it on Instagram. I post some of it on our
Story.
story,
Yeah, I
so
saw
people
that.
could be interacted with it.
Sounds
And
like-
I know a lot of people might like her, so I reached out and put that out there.
Nice.
Nice.
You too, Jenny,
Go
Lance,
ahead. No, go ahead, Jenny.
Yeah, I can't wait to get to Lance.
right?
We're not going to talk about mine just
Oh,
yet,
yes,
because
we are.
No, because
Yes,
we're
we
going
are.
to talk about it later.
But we
in
can
the
talk
show.
about it a little
Okay,
bit.
so a little bit. Well, I pretty much the only highlight of my weekend was that I had my cousin's 26th birthday. Shout out to my cousin Joy. She turns 26 tomorrow, but
Happy birthday!
pre-birthday
Happy
celebration,
birthday.
right? So pre-birthday celebration, and we hung out in Fort Lauderdale, and just to sum it all up, I got a little lit, and yeah,
Little lit.
So it was fun though. Like I'm not the type of music that I like and the type of scenes that I like to go to lounges and stuff. But the club that we went to was really ratchet. And my cousin had told me, because they know that I don't do ratchet. So she was like, brother, I'm just going to let you know it's going to be really ratchet. But let me tell you, when I got to the place, I forgot about the ratchetness. Because I was so lit.
became ratchet yourself.
I actually became ratchet.
You start hating, and then you become one of them.
Right.
Worse than them.
No. I don't think I was worse.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Alright, so
Judge that.
right, you guys would judge that?
Yeah.
Okay. Good thing I don't have pictures.
That'd be fun.
Well, I do have
Oh no,
videos.
you had videos, so we
videos,
all
right.
saw that.
We had him on
We all
Snapchat.
saw
That was
it.
a good Sunday night to watch.
Yeah, my Sunday night
That's
was
probably
just
different
work,
than
so
you're used to. 'Cause I don't be posting
Yeah.
on, All right, so let's move right on into our show. Let's go right into it, Lauren.
411, right?
Yeah.
Here we go.
You won't believe el chisme que tengo. This is the 411 on Millennial 101.
All right, so we got the 411, we got the T. I just love this part because besides all the other ones, I love this one because we get to talk about what's popping in pop culture too.
Oh, yeah.
We get to talk the gossip. We need to, we get to get each other's opinions and feed off of each other pretty much.
We could feel like Cubans around a table drinking their cafecito.
Cafecito, la
with-
colada.
Yeah, playing dominoes.
I need some of that.
That sounds like my every family gathering.
Right,
That doesn't sound like
exactly.
no type of family gathering I have. That just sounds like when I come to school. All right, so let's start off. So we have Selena and Demi. They've known each other for a very, very long time.
I love them.
Exactly.
Love them.
Since Barney and
Love Demi.
Corny.
they actually reunited at the InStyle Awards. InStyle Awards. What am I saying?
Yeah, a lot of stuff
I want
was
to say
going down.
magazine, but InStyle is a magazine. So they reunited at the InStyle Awards, and they always have that on and off again, and back and whatever the word is called, relationship, friendship, or whatever. So just recently, Demi had came out with a song, and Selena has showed some love to her, and Selena came out with a song, and Demi showed some love to her. So basically, they're back together as friends, which is really good. I think people that have a relationship for that long, I think they would never not be friends. Like, they will have their faults, and then they'll come back and be like, all right, well, let's get it together.
I think there's love at the end of the day, because I've been there. I'm there with my best friend that we haven't been talking, but it seems like you need that time apart to grow and feel like you're crowding up my space. I don't know. When you know someone that's so long, it's just like sometimes you do feel someone's like all watching your every move and gonna criticize it. So you need to back up and then come back together. And it shows like they're showing love and being mature. So that's awesome.
Yeah. So any thoughts, guys, on that? On their relationship? Or I don't want to say relationship, friendship, whatever.
It basically is a relationship at this point after all these years.
After all these years, exactly,
It's like, why didn't you call me? Why? Oh, you invited her instead of me? Cool. Okay, cool.
And I know, were one of them Taylor's friends, or they're not even part of that?
Selena is friends with Taylor, so I think that's why they distanced, because I don't think Demi messes with Taylor. A lot of people distance themselves because of Taylor.
She's like a cult.
It's a sign.
She's a cult.
Look what they
made her do.
Moving on into more InStyle awards news, we have Zendaya, who was actually awarded at the awards show, and she explains what fashion means to her. So, what she had to say was that, fashion is kind of like a confidence source for her. So she feels as like she takes fashion, and when she dresses up, it's more of like, kind of like a show and tell type of thing. So she likes to try on different things, and she likes to become another person in a way. So that's what Zendaya had to say. And, Zendaya is only like 21. Yeah, she's really young. Right. So, she just turned 21. Right. So just for her to have that type of mindset and maturity in her life, and, not be, what is the word I want to use? Not be, what's the word that I want to use?
Well, like blended in.
Right. Like, like everybody else. She doesn't want to be like everybody else. She kind of like is her own person. I kind of like that about her. And, the fact that she was awarded at an award show, that's even better. And then in some other news for her dating life, she's actually dating her co-star, Tom Holland, from Spider-Man.
Oh, wow.
Movie, yes.
Oh, so they are dating.
They are dating. It's confirmed.
Oh, wow.
Confirmed.
They are. The source says that they have been like, they're like the bestest friends. Like, they get each other's humor, they get each other's jokes, like all that kind of stuff. So they are dating.
That's
and,
cute.
That is
Miss Zendaya. That's Miss Zendaya. Miss Zendaya.
I really liked him in, if you guys ever seen it, The Impossible, about the Thailand. Oh man, you guys go on Netflix and watch it. He's really great in that movie. I didn't know I didn't even notice that was the new Spider-Man until
Homecoming,
I was
something, right?
Yes, Spider-Man Homecoming.
I didn't see.
He's in. I think. Oh no, he's not in. Wait, is he in the Avengers? One of the Avenger movies? Was he that Spider-Man guy or no? Or that was somebody else?
I don't think I watched it, so I don't
What
know.
the new event? Wait, no.
The new one, right? Yeah, I think.
He is.
Yeah,
he is in it.
Yeah,
he is.
So he's making his stamp, and he also said, so I don't forget, but Zendaya actually helped him with the public eye. Like, she showed him the ropes, ins and outs, and everything like that. So that's good. So in some other big news, we have Miss Queen Elizabeth, who I love talking about them because they're my family.
I know that's
The Royals.
Right, the Royals. So now we know people that bet on horses are rich, but Miss Queen Elizabeth is rich in a whole nother way. Okay, level. Yes. So she rakes in almost $9 million in winnings. In the last 30 years, she's raked in $9 million.
Now I know what I'm going to do when I retire.
Right. So, last year her best earning was $735,540 just for a race.
What?
Right. She got some good behind horses.
Jeez.
I need to get me one of them horses. Now,
she has them like raised.
Right.
She probably picked them from when they were born.
They
And
came out of the womb. But it says on people.com that she had her first horse when she was 4 years old. So, she's been around horses for a long time. And then she won her first race as an owner in 1949 when she was 23 years old as a princess back then.
Wow.
So she's been around the game for a very, very long time.
So she knows her stuff.
Exactly.
and how to invest it too.
Exactly. So, it says also that she currently owns about 25 horses, and the stable is not, of course, at Buckingham Palace. It's somewhere else. So don't go to Buckingham looking for the horses. All right, because you ain't gonna find them. You ain't gonna find no sea biscuits. Okay, go get you a biscuit from a diner or something, because you're not gonna find them there. But a source said she loves horses more than her racing. She loves her horses more than her racing, and nothing about. And another source adds, noting that about 2/3 of the Queen's horses are homebred. So, like you just said,
Of course.
Yeah.
taken out of the womb, taken right on out that womb
from the other horse that had another horse that had this other horse.
That first horse is probably royalty too. Them horses
Breeding
is royalty.
winners. Breeding winners.
Jesus, I need to be. Come on now, Queen Elizabeth, where you at, girl?
Come on, give me a horse.
Right, give me
Give
me
me
a
a
check.
pony.
Give me a check, and I'll be happy. All right, so we're going to move on into the men. All right, so I divided it up today. I had women, and then I'm going to have the men. Unfortunately, the men, they always got something going on with them. Never no good news.
There's more drama with guys.
Right, never no good news.
What?
So I'm going to start off with Mr. Harvey Weinstein first.
Oh,
because-
Jesus.
Go right on in. So, his ex-London assistant breaks silence about his sexual harassment.
Another one.
This case, I think, is like more of he needs to just leave the spotlight altogether, like just leave everything. I know he's left some of his projects, but this is like on a whole nother level. Like, this is worse than Cosby to me.
Yeah,
because there's people that are like, there's big names coming out.
Like Cosby was random.
Right, random. That came out of nowhere type. Well, this came out of nowhere too, but this is more.
Yeah, but
facts.
he didn't choose other actors or
Right.
actresses. You know what I mean? Like, this guy's
big people.
not
Big names.
marketing. Going after people in the industry.
Right.
Which is
Come
Terrible.
on, you really don't think nobody talks?
Right,
Seriously.
exactly. What were you saying, Lauren? Earlier today, you were telling me something about Matt Damon.
Oh yeah, that Matt Damon. I saw because I follow Rolling Stones, and they gave me a little snippet of how Matt Damon knew that he was doing sexual assault to Gwyneth Paltrow when they did the talented Mr. Ripley, and I was like, wow.
he knew.
Yeah.
I think that's worse.
Right.
I think that's worse.
But the fact that he come out and say that he knew.
I'm guessing in
Or-
an interview he did say that he had some recollection of that.
Right.
There
I wouldn't
was
have
an
said that.
awkwardness. He probably noticed attention,
Right.
and
But
recognized that, but he probably didn't go into detail. And that
Right.
is kind of messed up that you see your coworker or
Right.
something going through something. I would ask, "Hey, what's off?" I mean, it's putting yourself in a position, but
Yeah, but still, if you
But look
that's
out,
just
for real.
wrong.
Right. And that business, people always say, oh yeah, that business is sketchy and stuff, but you never think it will go to that extent, But this young lady, or I'm gonna call her young lady because all ladies want to be young. So she actually signed a settlement back a couple years back. But something happened to one of her friends, and that's when she decided to break her silence. So she had an agreement, and apparently a lot of people have agreements on, this kind of situation, because of course he doesn't want his name to be dragged through the mud how it is right now. So Perkins and a former coworker split a $330,000 settlement in October 1998. So, not until recently she, of course, broke her silence, and that's just sad. I would hate for that to happen to my cousin or my sister, something like that. It's just sad.
I'm just confused on the situation that it took one person to say, and now everybody's saying it.
But that's always how it
Because
happens.
so I watch a lot of Law and Order.
Okay, good.
And so basically, the victims will say that they don't want their story out there, because then first, certain reasons, it'll hurt my career, or I'll lose all my sponsors, or I just don't want people to know who I am, kind of thing.
Right.
But then if one person does it, then other victims will feel okay, maybe I should say something and help the case. You know what I mean?
If they didn't get penalized for it, maybe if I come out, and it might help out the other person in the case.
And it's definitely helping, because it's maybe 20 people that have said something, even if they weren't even Matt Damon, for example.
Exactly.
Even if it doesn't happen to them, but people that are know about it. So I just crazy.
This is nuts.
So I'm gonna look on over to the camera over here, and we're gonna ask Millennial 101. Is this how we do this? Because this is my first time doing this. So ask me. Okay. So
just ask
viewers,
us
right.
anything.
Ask us anything, or
Anything
even
you
give
want.
your opinions on this specific topic, because this is something that's really trending right now. And if you
just
knew
have any
someone-
opinions.
Yeah, if you have an opinion about it, let us know. We would love to read it and you maybe have a little conversation with you guys. So we're gonna move into another male figure, Tyrese from Fast and Furious series.
Yeah, well done.
We can talk about him.
Right. So he
I don't think this is a good thing.
He apparently is under fire for abusing his child.
What?
Okay. Yeah. There's never anything good, guys. Like, this wasn't a good thing. So, talk about bribery. So his daughter was supposed to take the stand earlier today or whatever, and he had a plane fly over. I'm not sure if it was a school or what, but he had a plane fly over with a banner that read, "No matter what, Daddy loves you, Shayla." Like,
Wow.
So like
That's a little sketch.
I feel like
trying
that's a
to make
bribe.
it seem like, hey, don't tell people.
Right, don't tell people. And that's my thing. Like, are you guilty or
Or
not
like trying
guilty?
too
Because-
hard. Like, my dad never flew a plane over my school.
Right.
And-
Exactly. So, according to the Shade Room, like I just said, Shayla's testifying over allegations that Tyrese pinned her to the ground and spanked her until she was unable to sit later on.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Norma's team believes Tyrese sent the plane to influence his daughter before she takes the stand. Her team also says that Tyrese has sent her gifts to the school for her as well. So it was over her
He
school.
guilty.
Right, that's guilty.
Guilty.
Like, that's
Super guilty.
all over it,
Guilty.
right? Now, I know your parents beat you, and
La chancleta.
Okay, see, yep, exactly.
Right, like
my mom never
but-
laid a hand on me, but she threw stuff at me.
Right, okay. I got in the belt, I got in the hand and everything like that.
The
But what I'm
hand
saying,
what must
like,
have been
on
I
your-
must have done something really bad.
Right. But
Slapped
if
across
it
the
goes to that
faces.
extent, if your daughter is about to testify against
But you shouldn't be
and goes-
spanking your child till they can't
can't
sit.
sit later on. Right,
That's
my
that's
thing.
abuse.
That's
And to
abuse.
pin her to the ground?
Really?
Right.
Like,
He
you're
was-
a
That's
grown
too
man.
extreme.
He was doing
Yeah.
some slave
That's
type
too
stuff.
extreme,
I don't
yeah.
know what he was doing.
No, you're a grown.
Some Django. He was Django for a second.
He's so much
He
Got
stronger
too
than
into
her.
that role.
Right.
He's
for real.
huge.
Yeah, man.
Right.
No,
that was Jamie Foxx. But I get what you're saying. It's okay.
Too.
All right.
He was trying to be like Jamie Foxx.
Right, he was trying to be like Jamie. So we're gonna move right on, and we're gonna end it on a light, quick note.
Good.
So Mr. Nick Cannon says that he's done using Instagram. Now, what he
And
means
like,
by that,
why?
right? So what he means by that is he's done putting his personal life on Instagram because he feels that Instagram benefits off of it, and like social sites like hence the Shade Room or People.com, they get their information from Instagram. So. Excuse me. He's done doing that. This is what he had to say. I wasn't making no money from Instagram, and Instagram is making all this money, all these billions. They're making so much money, and we're just offering our personal lives up. So
But it's true, though.
It is,
If you
right.
think about it, it's true.
but without them posting on Instagram, us bloggers and radio hosts and
But
digital media people, we won't really have any news.
We have a
because-
lot of platform from it's a free platform
Right, it
to
is.
advertise,
Right.
kind of.
So he just
So
doesn't
I
want them to
don't-
own his stuff. So pretty much, Nick Cannon, he be wearing that thing on his head and stuff. He be thinking he's a whole different person. Just let him
Let's
be.
see how long
And-
that lasts.
Exactly.
Let's
right.
wait.
Because his fans are going to be waiting. So that's all I have for the 411. I'm Sir Lance J. And
That
we're
was
going to
good.
move right on into our next segment.
But they don't know what is what, they just strut.
That's right, 24/7 Miami TV got the hottest show of the year, Millennial 101, with Sir Lance J, Miss J, Gen G, and LC, bringing the latest and greatest of our generation. Netflix and chill, traveling across the country, becoming famous off of YouTube. We got it all here on Tuesdays, 8 p.m., only here on 24/7 Miami TV.
Hey, this is Joy.
Siobhan.
Mike. And this is Drew. What's the show called again? What's cooking?
Are you
Mike,
kidding
where
me?
is it?
Always
Oh
something
my
it's
God.
you.
First 12 times? Sorry.
It's now trending. Make sure you catch a new episode every Monday from 3 to 5 on 247miami.tv.
Finally, I've been looking everywhere for you. Now we could keep talking here on Millennial 101.
god, it's new.
Thank you so much.
Wow. It's not the other. She started playing. I was like, what is this?
I was like, did she push the wrong button?
Right.
I love it. You know me so well.
I know
Take
you
away.
so
Oh my
well.
God.
Let us know these odd tidbits, girl.
I love this song. Okay, we have to do my segment.
Yeah, well, go ahead.
Okay, let's start with an irony, guys. So a truck driver in New York parked a garbage truck at a gas station to use the bathroom.
Okay.
Then the truck started to roll away, traveling across the street and crashing into a gift shop named A Beautiful Mess.
Oh my god.
What is the irony?
Oh my
Like
god.
a garbage truck crashing into a gift shop called A Beautiful Mess. That's kind of funny. It caused extensive damage, but thankfully no one was injured. But I just thought that was like very
Thank
ironic.
God nobody was in that gift shop.
Yeah, there was no one there at the time. But that's crazy.
Wow.
So another one that I found that is very. You guys are gonna be like, what?
I can't wait.
Let's see if I say this right. Utah.
Kansas.
Utah. No, this is from Utah. Utah. Is that said correctly?
Yes, it's Utah.
That's correct.
Yes, I practiced it actually. I'm kidding.
What were you singing it before? I want to know. What you...
So a Utah mom was in her final days of pregnancy, and she thought she was going to go into labor last week actually, and then it stopped. So she went back to work, and she works as a judicial assistant at a district court. So jokingly, she asked the judge to serve an eviction notice on her baby to vacate the premises, and he did. Like he actually signed the notice for the eviction. What? But it worked because after that, 12 hours later, the baby was born.
What?
What? That's crazy. I thought I saw that and I was like, that's just insane. There's so many odd news out there. Like when I go like through a page and it's just like, this is insane. Like I don't know which one to choose. There's just so many odd news.
That's crazy.
It is.
It's getting weirder and weirder.
It's getting weirder and weirder. And then this one is actually pretty cool. A Pennsylvania woman celebrated her birthday by going skydiving along with two very close family members.
Okay.
The amazing thing about it is that the woman is actually 94 years old. Yes.
So how old was the other people that went with her?
Just her granddaughters. But
Oh, wow.
it's crazy to see a 94-year woman jumping off.
I won't even do that now.
What?
Yeah.
I'm surprised they let her jump
So she said she figured she might not make it for another year, so she jumped out of
That's crazy.
out of a plane. You're like, what?
Wow,
That's crazy.
Yes, sir. And that's it for me, guys.
That's it?
Time I do boomerang.
Keep it locked.
Lance has been taking selfies this
Lance
whole
is
time.
advertising for us right now.
I'm trying to do a boomerang. I can never do a boomerang.
Lance uses my segment for social media.
For real.
Yep.
All right, guys, so we're going to go on commercial. Stay tuned.
This is ugly.
They know what is what, but they don't know what is what. They just strut.
That's right, 24/7 Miami TV got the hottest show of the year, Millennial 101, with Sir Lance J, Miss J, Gen G, and LC, bringing the latest and greatest of our generation. Netflix and chill, traveling across the country, becoming famous off of YouTube. We got it all here on Tuesdays, 8 p.m., only here on 24/7 Miami TV.
Hey, it's the guys from the couch, and we're coming to you now live on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock with your favorite segments like
Simple Jack.
and
W. Dubai knows it all.
catch us every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. live on 247miami.tv.
We talk about sports and other things. Like what? W eating chips. I can't put these chips down. 247miami.tv. The couch.
Hey, this is Siobhan bringing you news and entertainment on Now Trending. Listen each week as Drew and Mike try to uncover my dirty little secrets. Every Monday from 3 to 5 on 247miami.tv.
Guess who's back again.
I'm Miss J, and this is Millennial 101.
Tell a friend. Guess who's back, guess who's back, guess who's back, guess who's back.
Hashtag student loans.
Hashtag drinking.
Hashtag rent.
Hashtag the struggle is real.
Hey, friends. Welcome back.
Hey.
So now that Lance is done with his, well, I think he's done.
He's not.
No, I did. Look. I got it.
Oh, you did.
That's a good one. Look.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't.
Nice.
You like that? You don't like it?
Haters gonna hate.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying.
Oh, you want me to show them?
I'm playing.
Let's show the viewers. What do you guys
don't like
think?
that? I'm not a good boomerang person, so don't judge.
Okay, so
Don't judge me.
Lance is dealing with his own struggle
Right.
over there. So our struggle for this week, I think, I read today that a lot of people our age, like a lot of millennials, are having trouble. They're having like identity crisis. Like they go to school. Yeah, they go to school, and the article also said that our generation has the most educated people in it. Of like all the generations, because we go to school trying to live the American dream,
Right.
and then we get stuck.
It's a lot of pressure.
Because there's such like high demand for you to go to school, and then there's not a lot of jobs. So then what happens is you get stuck, and what happens when you get stuck? You start to like feel anxious and like depressed, and then it leads to issues. And I think I can personally like agree with this.
I agree too.
You know what I mean? Because I'm stuck in a job that's a 9 to 5 because it's a 9 to 5 and it's full time and the money's constant.
Yeah, security.
But then it's hard because I have no time for anything else.
Right.
So, and Lance was just talking about this today too. Weren't you feeling like?
You know, just I agree with what you're saying totally. I think a lot of us get, and I'm talking of it because of course, like you just said, it happened to me. I feel like we get stagnant. We get stuck in a situation because we get comfortable with
That's
it.
the word I was looking for.
And
Stagnant.
then you lose yourself, and you're like, where do I start?
You don't lose yourself completely, but you lose part of you, and you're like, oh my god,
Of your essence, of
exactly.
what you're
and your
doing.
drive.
Exactly.
Like
You
that.
lose like your drive. You know what I mean?
Well, then I can't see her now.
Yeah. What's going
right
on
here,
here?
right here.
Sorry, guys. We're
Okay, there we
trying to
go.
figure stuff out.
We need to
here.
see
you
each
need to
other
pull
in the
up on-
eyes.
I just think like, you know, we tend to get stagnant and we tend to get stuck and comfortable to the point it's like, you know, okay, what am I doing now? And even though you may be doing everything that, you know, that you always dreamed of, or even just like, okay, I'm doing something, but it's still not enough, you know? Like that's where I was today. Like I was just like more of like, okay, well, all right, I feel like I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Like I feel like when I was at the job that I just had or whatever, like, you know, I was only supposed to have that temporarily. Like I was supposed to be like for 3 months tops, and it's been like maybe 6-7 months, and I'm just like, okay, no, like what is going on? Like I needed to be been going from this place, you know? So, and at the same time, yes, I have a radio show with you guys, you know, we're doing some other things on the side, and you know, you have all these different things going on, but at the same time, it's still like, where, like, should I have been somewhere different, or is this where I'm supposed to be at, you know?
You start to kind of think like, what if I had done something different in the past? Would I be different now? Like where I am in life now? And I kind of think like that sometimes too, because I went through route of actually getting a degree, like a university degree. So I think that took up a lot of time. And then what happens? You get old and you need money and insurance, and then next thing you know, 20 years later, you're in a job that you've never liked.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're like, you're still here.
Exactly. Mine was supposed to be temporary. Hello. I just came up on like my 2nd year anniversary or so, like 3rd year anniversary, something like that. That's a long temporary job. You know what I mean? And then it happens like you work 9 to 5, and then you come home and you have to eat dinner and you have to get ready for the next
the
day.
day's gone.
Then you go to bed and you're like,
repeat.
A robot.
What do I do? And then by Saturday and Sunday, you don't want to do anything because you're tired. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of like forced myself because I picked up a part-time job at a radio station doing what we used to do, promotions.
Oh, where at
Intercom.
Nice.
So shout out Intercom.
Intercom. Thank you for picking up for one of us.
So
believing in one of us.
But then it's like everybody there is telling me. Everybody there is telling me like, you know, just keep like nagging so and so, and they'll give you a shot. How am I supposed to meet so and so? So and so is never there on the weekend. You know what I mean? And stuff like that.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
And
I get her. I understand.
And it sucks. And then you start to think like you spend a lot of time thinking like, oh, where did I go wrong? What am I doing?
Right. And most of the time, it's not even your fault. It's just, and it's funny because on my way here, I was talking to my cousin. I talked to my sister first and my cousin. But anyway, I was talking to my cousin, and she was telling me, you just have to have faith, and whatever you have faith in or whatever you believe, like me, I'm Christian, so I have faith in God and everything like that. But she always tells me just have faith and believe, make sure you don't give up on that, because right now it's just not your season. Like, this is not your time to be in LA or on E! News or whatever. Like, you have to start from the bottom to get to the top. And I think as millennials, we have a hard time with that because we're so used to having everything now.
Yep. Entitlement.
Right.
It is a little bit of
it is a little bit of entitlement.
And impatience.
Right. And impatience, right. Because I'm very, impatient, but at the same time, you have to be patient because it doesn't just happen overnight. You have to have skills. You have to be able to do things.
My mom tells me the same thing. She's always like, God has a plan, and when it's meant to happen, it'll happen.
Right.
And I try to say that every day, but it's like, can it just be like now?
Right. Can it just be like next month? But we're gonna get there. As long as we, and when I say we, I mean us four. As long as we stay consistent and dedicated to what we want to do, this right here is a beginning to something new.
Yeah, this keeps us grounded.
Right, this keeps you grounded. And even though this may not last for the next 2 years, this will open up another door to open up another door, to open up that door.
You never know who's listening
exactly,
now.
to open up that door that you need to get into that, that realm.
And the best part about this business is you never know who's listening. So there may be a TV producer listening, and even though you want to do TV, I don't. But he may know somebody who can help me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And then you can help him.
And he can help you. And then maybe he knows somebody that can help you with
just
music.
Connections.
Exactly.
Connections, right. You better network, baby.
We're networking.
We just have to have patience. I think that's what millennials need, is a class on patience.
Right. That need to be an actual class in college.
Seriously, everything is so convenient and right away. With our phones, getting notifications right away. Getting news right on our phones.
And I think even and this is off topic, but even when it comes to texting people, me, I'm the type of person that I if I text you, in the next 10 minutes, you need to be texting me back. And I don't know, that's just me, but that's just with the whole not being patient thing.
Well, it depends. If it's something that can wait, I'm whatever.
Yeah.
But if it's something I'm anxious about,
right?
And I see the little bubbles, I'm like, come on, man,
right?
Hurry up. Why you taking so long?
Don't you hate when you see the little bubbles and then they disappear?
Oh,
I'm like, what are you typing a paragraph?
But what were you gonna say?
Right?
Why aren't they there anymore?
Right.
And then they take an hour and then
they put LOL. Or they put one word or something.
Kay.
I'm like, it won't take that long for you to write that.
Yeah.
LOL. That's all you got?
You took 5 minutes to say LOL.
Right.
Get out of here.
No, 5 hours.
Don't text me no more.
Exactly.
But going back, I was gonna say that it does seem like a lot of us with the identity crisis is that we feel like robots. Mm-hmm. Basically, if we're always attached to this phone. We're always looking at people through it. We're seeing what they're doing, and then we get that FOMO, which is fear of missing out. Right. And then we're like, oh, this person's succeeding, and they only did this. And
but I do that I didn't do.
Exactly, and then you just start seeing that, and then it's just gets you in a whirlwind because it's all this pressure, all these things you're seeing, and then your family seeing, and oh, Jessica showed me her daughter doing this, and you're like,
oh god,
and you're like, but Brian's son did that, and you're like, wow.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I will say my family is good about, because I'm the one that's like, oh look, so-and-so had a baby, and they just started dating, and I'm married, I don't have a baby, but I'm bitter about it, and my mom's like, when you are meant to have it, you will have it, and I'm like, okay, fine.
No, but you get what I'm saying. You hate when your family members are like, oh, but your cousin went to Harvard.
Oh yeah.
And you went to Miami, and you're like, thanks. It's
it's
but just so much.
That cousin has $900,000 more debt than I do.
Right. So everybody has their
But also with I mean, I don't know about you guys, but because I work a full-time job, that's every day is the same thing. It's very monotonous. Nothing changes. And it's very I don't have to use any brain cells, kind of. You know what I mean? It's
punch in, punch out,
punch a hole in the paper, and then I put the paper in a file. That's what I do all day. So by the time I leave, I feel like my brain has melted out of my ears.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that, to me, makes it worse, because then I leave and I feel like I'm wasting my life.
What did I just do?
Yeah.
Nothing.
What am I doing? You know what I mean?
That's what you say, too, when you leave?
Yeah. That's my life from Monday to Friday. It's just, it's pathetic. And then I'm like, I'm sitting here in front of a computer when I can be in front of another computer doing something that I actually love.
Yep.
And it's just, it makes me
cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
like
that
putting our
depression,
box.
even though I consider myself to be very patient, someone else in my same position, I'm sure they would already be depressed and anxiety and all of that. But thankfully, I consider myself to be a little bit more patient, and I'm just waiting for the right opportunity.
Right. I think the fact that we acknowledge the fact that we are in a situation where it's like, okay, we need to get out of it, I think that's good. Like,
that's
it's not
like 10 steps ahead.
Right. Like, I feel like, because if you guys were in your predicament and thought you guys were just, I'm good, I'm tripping.
Exactly.
But, then that's bad. But the fact that, we realized, because I was in the same predicament when I had my job, which I don't have anymore. But I was in that same predicament because I was just like, even though it was only half a day, still it was just like, I could be using this half a day for something else,
That's what I think.
Like, my mind.
Yes.
That's my mind. 8 hours a day.
I clock
from Monday
in
to Friday.
I clock in and literally, like, I'm not kidding you. I do my work and I clock out and I'm like, I just wasted 8 hours of my life. For what? I didn't even progress. Progress. I could have had the day to do. I could have been here recording demos or something. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's something else that I've been like, something has been like really deep on my shoulders. You want to say, not my heart, because it's different. But like making a demo reel. Like, because I see these jobs out there, like, to apply for, like, a news reporter, and they ask for demo reels, and I don't have that together. Now, the things that I've done, like,
get your life.
Cancer, right, that's the get your life. I was talking about get your life syndrome. Right. Get your life syndrome. So, like, you do all these other events, but you don't take the footage, and you don't put it together, and it's like, okay, what did you just do it for? Yes, you did it for a great cause, but at the end of the day, like, that was for some experience as well. So, like, you need to put it together. Even, like, the radio thing, like, sound checks and all that kind of stuff. Like, all this that we learned in the past 4 months, like, I want to hurry up and not hurry up, but I want to get it and put it together, because now it's like, okay, what was that 4 months for? You know? Like, even though, yes, we're using it on every Tuesday night, but at the same time, like, there's so much more.
You
that we
can't
can
go to somebody, and like, I know this from experience. You can't go to somebody and be like, oh, look, I was on air once. Do you want to take a listen?
Exactly.
And I did. I think it was for like traffic, and like, look, I was an intern, and they put me on air, and he's like, talk to me when you have a real demo.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I feel like this show, we could use that for a demo, because like we're about to be 9 shows soon, and we're not stopping no time soon.
Nope.
So like, by the time we get to like next year, who knows what month, whatever. But I feel like this show could be used as that, because we all get enough talking time.
I'm not even gonna lie. This is on my resume.
Oh, me too.
On my resume.
And my YouTube channel. I don't care. Yes, okay. So
the only thing we're missing are the business cards.
I don't blame you. Like,
that's
and that's
coming
what,
up next.
like, for my old podcast, I told my friends, like, they were like, I was never in radio. I'm like, no, you were. Like, you had a podcast. You have episodes
can put that
to prove that,
on.
right?
Yeah.
You did things for that podcast. So, like, you need to put that down. Like, you wasn't just there just to be there. Like, get your life.
Anything you do, the little bit that we did with Susan G. Komen, I put that on my resume.
That. Me too.
Hello, camera operations.
I put that on my resume. Okay, better get your life. So we talk like get your life.
See, and now look, all this talk's got me all excited that I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, oh, I'm at work again.
But guess what? You could be at work.
Like, wow.
You could be at work, and you could be like, what am I doing this week that's going to help me out in this business or whatever? Maybe you could just come up with something. Maybe just do like a little video.
I think a lot of people get stuck on the present instead of like actually portraying what they want to do in the future.
Right.
So that's when the anxiety and like the depression just eats you.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think mostly it's just focusing of what you want to do. Like, for example, if I know I have a pathetic job from Monday to Friday, but I know that for the weekend at least I want to try to do something that fulfills me. Right. And then that's how you can lower your anxiety and your depression. So
that's a good point. That's
good
how
advice.
I see it.
Right.
That's how I see it.
I like that. I think that should just end the whole segment, because that was some
let's
really,
just
really good
leave
advice.
it there.
Leave it there.
Just
Drop the
like
mic.
Take that.
There you go.
Drop that mic.
All right.
So Lauren, take us away with the next,
next commercial.
Now we're gonna get more advice, right?
Right.
More
this
advice.
is some more fun advice.
Lance will have to take notes now.
Oh,
now trending. And usually I'm driving the bus in the show, keeping it from riding off on the rails. Every Monday from 3 to 5 on 247miami.tv.
Hey, it's the guys from the couch, and we're coming to you now live on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock with your favorite segment like
Simple Jack.
and
W. Dubai knows it all.
Catch us every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. live on 247miami.tv.
We talk about sports and other things. Like what? W eating chips. I can't put these chips down.
247miami.tv. They know what is what, but they don't know what is what. They just strut.
That's right, 24/7 Miami TV got the hottest show of the year, Millennial 101, with Sir Lance J, Miss J, Gen G, and C, bringing the latest and greatest of our generation. Netflix and chill, traveling across the country, becoming famous off of YouTube. We got it all here on Tuesdays, 8 p.m., only here on 24/7 Miami TV. Finally, I've been looking everywhere for you. Now we could keep talking here on Millennial 101.
I know I'm not the only one that needs help surviving my 20s. Up next, it's survival mode.
Well, we have
Alright.
I love that intro.
So, survival mode, guys. So, Lance brought up a great thing today because we've all been there, all probably going through it. You're going to go through it tonight or you're going to go through it this weekend. Being hungover.
Not tonight.
Getting real having real fun to real messed up to reality slapping you right in the face.
Been there, done that.
Making you run to the toilet at 5 a.m.
Oh yeah, but I never do that.
Yeah, right.
I
never get
hangover.
I never get hangover.
Okay.
So then today you needed all of our
superpower.
advices to bring you back to life a little bit today, right?
So why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about your struggle on Monday?
So
on a Monday.
I know.
Right,
I can't remember.
It's not even like Mondays are bad enough.
Yeah,
as
not
they
even
are.
like Saturday or Sunday morning. No, Monday.
Right.
Ow.
Talk about Monday blues.
So I woke up, okay, and that happened. I'm not gonna go into that, but that happened. And then I threw up at least 4 times that entire day. I did not eat the entire day. So the first 2 times I threw up, was alcohol, of course, and then the last 2, I don't know what, but it was clear, and I was confused, So I was scared to eat stuff like all I know is that Gatorade and saltine crackers are life.
Yeah.
And that's still what you're eating now.
Exactly.
Right?
I'm scared that my stomach is going to turn and I'm going to throw up again. So I just want to keep eating saltine crackers and Gatorade.
Oh,
but it was so surprising to me because I told you guys I never get hangovers. So and I've been drunk before, but Monday was just a reality, just punched me in my face like a knockout or something because I was so confused what was going on. I think it was because I mixed Henny with dark Henny with light liquor or whatever. Because I went to my Kai restaurant, and the restaurant is really cool or whatever. But I got the strongest drink on the menu because I was like, I'm out here, I'm ready to get lit. I was ready to get lit. By the time I left that restaurant,
you're ready with the the self.
Yep.
Right. By the time I left that restaurant, I was like everything, nothing else mattered but the drink. That's all I was worried about. Got to the club, we had VIP, so that made it worse because we had 3 bottles come out.
Oh no!
Right, 3 bottles come out, and the body girls. I was like, and I was turned. I was turned for Jesus. That's who I was turned for because it was Sunday, so I had went to church early in the day. And I went to church. I was like, let me get my blessing first before I go out. And He blessed me, all right.
Hashtag turn for Jesus.
That needs to be our thing.
Oh my gosh, that needs to be a shirt. That's
seriously.
Which one? Hashtag turn for Jesus.
Oh.
It's on a Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah. So if I had to give any advice on, and my mom was like, "Brother, you're dumb." Now she was like. And this is advice from her, but never mix dark and light, which I already knew. But when you're drinking, all you see is liquor. All you see is liquid, and that's what I saw.
Especially
when it's free.
No, especially if you leave your house with that mentality, you already knew that you had a party. You were going to a club. You were already with that mentality to get lit.
And what messed me up even more was because I don't know if y'all saw my Instagram throughout the weekend, but I had some strawberry Henny. So I drank that before I even got to the restaurant. Then I got to the restaurant and had the strongest drink. And then after that, I was gone. And then, you know, by the time 3:50 came and I got home, 3:30 came and I was home, I was just like, I don't even know how my contacts came out. They came out. They did. So I don't know how they came out, for real. I really don't know how they came out.
The alcohol rubbed it off.
Wow.
It's amazing what you do and don't remember the next day.
Oh my goodness. I don't like that feeling.
Yo, you're
I
so
don't either.
drunk. I need to come off of you. Your contacts are getting drunk.
When I'm drunk, I honestly, like, I take off my makeup, I put my PJ, I put my socks. Like, I remember to, in the morning, it's like, what do I do?
Right.
And I go, I'm like, I see everything's folded. I'm like, what?
You know
I'm
the
serious.
craziest part? Like how lit the night was? Nobody went to work next day. And it was about 25 of us. Nobody went to work. So
That's
it was
serious.
lit. Like, and I told my cousin, I said, why would you make it on a Sunday? Like, why would you do
Why
that
not
to
do it
us?
Saturday?
Sunday.
Because she found a good deal on Sunday or something. I was like,
Now we know why. Now we know why.
That's dumb. Stop being dumb. Okay? You made me
Honestly,
lose something.
Sundays are the best to go out. I used to do that, not anymore, because, you know, I grew up. But in Wynwood, El Patio, they have this on Sundays, they have Sancocho Sundays, which is like soup. Sancocho is a soup, a Colombian soup, right? And you're supposed to drink that when you're hungover. So you go out on Saturday and you are completely hungover on Sunday. So you go there for Sancocho, but then they have drink specials and then you just do it all over again.
No, you get
I
messed
can't
up.
do that, man.
It's crazy how, like, you know, they just want you to get lit again.
No, my coworkers talk about El Patio and
oh god,
they're
it's
destroyed.
crazy.
They're
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's El Patio, I'm so sorry.
right by
El
the
Patio
butcher
for
shop.
you.
On a Sunday, you guys should go to Cabo Flats on City on Duralty Place.
What is that?
Remember City Place near?
Yeah, I know, but what is that?
Are good and they're super strong.
I can't drink
What?
margaritas; they give me heartburn.
I don't like
Margaritas, I'll go there.
I could drink
You can come with me, love.
anything else than that.
If I'm off on a Sunday, that would be
We
cool.
do though need to go out again because remember when we went out after we graduated?
Can we do that?
trust me, I
Not on a
remember.
Thursday when I have to be an adult next day.
We need to do it like on a Saturday
Yeah.
or a Friday night.
I got home like at 6 a.m. I think
Girl,
I got home
you're
the
nuts.
next day.
I know you continued.
Yeah.
Right.
You continue. We left.
Oh, you guys know the story.
Sure did leave.
Yeah.
I had
Yeah,
to
we
work.
know the
we know
story.
the
I had to
story.
work in the morning. That's why I left.
Me too.
And it was that job
I had to work the next day.
Hello.
Right.
I don't know how I made it to my job, but I did.
I don't know how you made it to your job either. I almost didn't make it to my
She's a
job for you.
superhero. A superhero.
Wow. And you left like at 12.
And I was dragging at work.
We left like at what, like 3, almost 2, and you 6.
Yeah.
Wow, Jen,
Yeah.
party hard.
Jen's a party animal.
But
though.
let's talk about the tips.
Right.
Like,
Yes. Please
oh, yeah,
get
can we,
tips.
like-
because we're like talking about experiences. We need to tell people like how
what
to
do,
make it through.
Right, what to do, what not to eat, what to eat. You know, I'm very fresh on that topic. So.
Okay. Does anybody have anything?
My go-to.
What do you eat?
My go-to is usually ginger ale to settle the stomach. I do Gatorade to put some electrolytes or Pedialyte. Pedialyte will save a life.
It's like
what
Gatorade for kids.
But literally. Yes, but it's
Pediasure for when you're older.
But that's the milk.
And Pediasure is a meal replacement.
Yeah, it's more.
Pedialyte is just electrolytes for kids.
But think about it, kids need
like
more.
when they get like the
Right.
stomach flu or something, you buy them Pedialyte.
Never heard of that.
It saves lives. It's not that
Saves
great,
lives.
but it saves
Oh,
lives.
it's nasty.
It tastes like artificial fruit punch, even though fruit punch is artificial. It literally tastes like fruit punch kind of.
So no sugar? Is that them?
I don't know.
I think no sugar at all. I don't
But
think.
so what do you eat?
Eating, I would go and get a big Cuban breakfast. That's always like with the
That's
tostada, fries, eggs, pancakes.
But how do you get up and do that? Because let me tell you, I couldn't even get up.
It's hard. It's hard.
Okay, so she's talking about breakfast, but she's probably eating it at like 1.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
when you're hungover, you ain't getting up at 8 in the morning. I can
Right.
tell
Yeah.
you that.
And you know, I never had sympathy for people that were hungover. Like, you know, I would text them in the morning. I'd be like, they'd be like, I'm hungover. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Talk. And now I understand.
Now you get it,
I'm
don't you?
glad.
Yeah.
And let me just tell you how it gets worse when you get older. Because let me just tell you, I have I don't know 6 or 7 beers at night,
Right.
and I wake up the next day, and there's like a shooting pain straight through my head, into my brain, and out of the other side, and it's just the worst headache you'll ever have, and I can't live. I can't.
Yeah, I'm scared for my 25th. Honestly, I don't think there's gonna be no alcohol.
And it almost like turns you off of drinking for a while.
Right? Yeah, I saw and not to get off the tips and stuff, but like Dad had brought home some Malibu and some Bacardi, and when I looked at it, I got sick.
Yep.
I was like, I can't see that. I can't.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh no! Don't even get next to the smell.
Oh God. But
it's the
next
worst.
time it happens, it's really weird. But one of my go-tos is watermelon. Because it's so refreshing and
That sounds so good
just
right
like
now.
you're dehydrated and there's so much water in watermelon.
Right.
I don't know.
And it has some a little.
What you mean it has? It do have some taste.
Well, if you get a good one,
Yeah.
when they're sweet
Right.
and like
Watermelon banging.
I don't know. There's
tell you
some.
something.
Or we used to go to
Watermelon.
like greasy food places, like a food
So you
buffet.
can't eat greasy stuff.
Yes, I told you that earlier.
I know. Online it said
I'm
don't
a
eat.
That's the best,
griddle.
honestly.
But you have
I
to
make
like wait.
I don't take it that far.
No, you have to wait till your stomach settles. So you can't like wake up. You're like, oh, I feel sick. Let me get a burger. You have to like wait. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you have to wait.
lay down a little bit, maybe take a nap, and then go.
Right.
Because I don't know, but I can't eat right away either.
No, I
It's like
usually wake
hours.
up. I usually wake
swallow
up.
a Ritz
I can't-
cracker.
No, I wake up. I wake up and I can't have water. Honestly.
Oh wow.
I can't.
I wake up
It's
so
just-
thirsty, so I grab water and literally drink like not a lot.
It's I can't, like, it doesn't go through. Like I try. Yeah, I know I have to drink water, but I just can't.
Right.
So I usually, what I do, if it's during the week and I don't have to work, I take a shower really quick. I go straight to work, and on my way to work, I order food delivered to my job. So when I
She's
get
like
there,
a pro now.
Right.
so when I get there, I already know that food. So I'm good to go. I usually have a Coca-Cola, and then we talked about this tequeño, which is a like kind of like a cheese stick, but not fried. It's like, but it's the best, honestly. That just gets me through
So
the
that's
day.
your go-to.
My go-to.
I think my go-to. Well, since I'm new to this, show,
My go-to one time.
right? My go-to one time.
The one time.
would be broth. I don't know, like broth was
that
was easy for me because
Yeah,
like the Ritz
soup.
crackers, like I was trying to eat.
Yeah, but
Ritz
it's like when you're
crackers.
sick, chicken soup,
Right.
the broth.
Yeah, the
and
broth,
There's,
yeah.
there's salt in it.
Exactly. So that helped me, and like a thing that helps me when I throw up and stuff, and this is just in general too. Like I'll lick my hand, like the back of my hand, and I'll put salt on it, and then. But this is how my dad, like we grew up doing this. So my dad always told us to do that, and it works. It settles
Does it
your
like
stomach.
stop you from throwing up?
Well, it settles your stomach after you throw up because it's salt. So like it's just.
But that's weird. I've never heard of that.
No, soup. You're talking about soup.
No,
right?
No, you didn't hear what he just said. He licks the back of his
lick the
hand,
back of the
puts
hand. Like,
salt,
you about to
and
take a
licks
shot.
it again.
I'm about to take a shot. Huh?
Like if he's gonna take a shot of
Right.
a
Look at-
Patron right
Let me
now.
tell you, if you try it,
Right?
just
Look,
try
look,
it. Like,
I wish you guys look at this.
Drink water. You want me to put salt in my mouth?
but not a lot. You just do like a little bit. You just, and then you just like a shot.
Okay.
Right.
I don't, maybe.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna give it a try. You never know.
Throw up, 'cause I guess you throw up that
but that's the thing. I never throw up. Like I'm dying of a headache, but I'm puke free
let's
since
switch bodies.
93.
Let's switch bodies because that throwing up.
You better be
is-
careful. Remember him?
No, honestly, I tell everyone I'm puke free since 93.
That's
I was
funny.
13 years old.
That's funny.
When I started to drink. No, I'm kidding. No,
Kids, don't try this at home.
no. Honestly, I don't puke for
Well,
real.
no, if you were 93,
but I'm
you're
dying.
old.
Honestly, see me the next day, I can't even talk. My head is about to explode. I think that's why. And then
Right.
people tell me like, "Dude, try it out,
Just-
so
I
you can
can't.
feel better." And I try and I can't.
I can't.
Nothing happens.
If I'm drunk and I throw up, that's one thing. But if it's day and I'm hungover and they're like, throw up and you'll feel better, and I'm like, I guess I'm gonna be sick all day.
Yeah,
I can't.
Same. It's just
I can't.
I honestly try. I physically try and
No, I
and
won't even
nothing.
try. I don't like throwing up. When I get the stomach flu or anything, like the
I've been
feeling.
trying to go poop instead of throwing up.
Oh,
Okay? I'm sorry, but like I try to like go the
No,
other
everything
way.
will come out for me if I do that.
I
Like,
can't.
No, and all holes. If I try anything, if I.
She said all.
Yeah, because when I throw up, I feel like when I'm drunk like that, yeah, forget it.
Lance is like crying almost.
She said,
God, that's intense.
Serious face, no.
Oh my god, I can't.
So the go-to liquid will be what? I would say mine. It's
Gatorade.
I would say
Coke
Gatorade
for me. Coca-Cola.
And
That's it.
You want to? You know
But
what
a
used to
lot
help
of people
too?
just go for Gatorade.
I used to love Mountain Dew. When I was
Ew.
young. I know it's really weird, but I'm telling you, it feels so much better. I think it's the sugar in it.
Yeah, that's why I think Coke.
Yeah,
because of the
it's
sugar,
just like,
but
oh, the
And-
rush also.
Dew,
And you
ew,
wanna-
Mountain Ew.
But it's so good. And if you want to be a real pro, just take some ibuprofen the night before and chug a bottle of water.
yeah,
I have
when
a lot
you
of-
start feeling
really?
like you're
I
ready,
have friends that
like,
do that, and they wake up the next day, and they drink way more than I do. And they wake up the next day, and they're like, "I'm good. Let me get a beer."
Yeah.
Isn't there a pill that you can take too when you're hungover? Like there's something that you could take.
I think if there was one, that person would be like the richest person in America.
I think it's called
there's
a leaf.
I thought you were gonna say something like something I never heard of.
Aspirin. Baby aspirin.
I was like, Aleve, what's Aleve? Oh.
Well, when I'm in like 3 beers in and I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna keep drinking more. I'll pop in like 2.
That's what I'm saying. You take
2
some
Advils
ibuprofen or something before bed, drink some water.
But nothing's on your stomach but liquor. Isn't
Well,
that
no,
bad?
I try to eat. See, that's what you have to do.
Oh, you
have
gotta eat before you go to bed. Something like McDonald's.
Well,
I do.
that's the worst. I was like,
Go plain and simple. Bread and butter. Plain and simple.
On some Cuban bread. See, I need that. I need
That one.
You know what? I'm getting that tonight.
I want some Taco Bell.
But y'all
when I'm
keep
drunk.
talking about all this Cuban food, and it's making me want some Cuban bread. Put it right in the oven, warm that up, and eat it up.
But so tips, guys.
Right. I think. Okay. So you had something odd, Mountain Dew. I had lick your hand, put some salt
That's
in it.
pretty
I'm gonna
weird.
try
I
that.
said some
I'm gonna try
Pedialyte.
it.
Pedialyte. And what'd you have? What's your weird thing? Something.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. Saying that word. now.
Coca-Cola and ordering food.
Because I can't say
Right.
Coke.
Right. All right. Well, you can, but that first time we just
No,
called
you
it-
caught us off
Coca-Cola.
guard.
That was unexpected. No, mine's Coca-Cola.
Okay. All right, so cool. So
That seems like
you
you got
guys
some good
got
stuff.
you guys got some tips on foods, liquids.
Actually, let's ask
oh.
them if they have anything. You could
Let us
definitely
know.
write it on here if you have that is good remedies, like licking, the back of your hand with
Send
some
us
salt.
messages.
Just
Let
wants
us
to
know.
So let us
Maybe
know.
Maybe you guys have some weird traditions in their families, like how you said you and your dad licked. So maybe somebody else does something else.
Right, not just me and my dad.
So
my
let
family.
us know at millennial101 _
I think it's just you and your guys. I've never heard that before in my life.
Oh my god! All right, so our show is ending soon, so you can message us at Millennial101 or you can DM us. Either way is fine. And maybe next show we'll actually read those comments.
Yeah.
Okay.
We will.
So on that note,
What do we got next week?
Next
Fun? Guess what's next week?
Oh, right, Halloween.
And we're coming in costume.
Halloween. I'm gonna come as Medea maybe instead.
Oh, wow,
That'd be funny. That'd be hilarious.
That would be
Hi,
awesome.
Darren. I'm gonna talk like.
Oh my God!
I'm
Yes.
excited.
All right,
I'm
so
excited.
guys, thank you so much for listening to Millennial 101. We will see you guys next week in our costumes, and we might have some lights and everything like that. Also, thank you to our viewers tonight.
Yes. Thank you
for watching.
Message us, and we're gonna catch you guys next week.
All right, guys.
Bye,
See you
guys.
later.